Hi, today's video is going to be my January Empties and Reverse Rouge update. I found out about Reverse Rouge on the Makeup Rehab subreddit. A ton of members from that community came together to create this challenge in which you pretty much try to undo your VIB status by using up X amount of money, so it's pretty great. There's a spreadsheet and everything, including challenge tiers. So I've decided to include that update in my empties videos just so you can see how I'm tracking with my spending throughout the year when it comes to makeup and skincare, and I hope you find that interesting. Anyway, let's dive into the stuff that I finished this month. First up is, as per usual, a ton of sheet masks. I have two of the IPKN New York, IPKN, IPKN, I don't know how to pronounce this brand, but it's the Wrinkle Care Snail 8 mask, and I've had these in previous videos. I think they're completely fine. And then I used up a Bonvivant Botanical mask pack. I got this as part of a Christmas present from one of my friends, and this is the Niacinamide and Lime Sheet Mask. And then the natural green tea mask sheet from the Saem, and finally the Holika Baby Pet Magic mask sheet in Soothing Cat. Now this one is pretty interesting because it has an animal face printed on it, so you get to look twice as horrifying as you normally do when you wear a sheet mask. But if you're not new to my channel, then you already know the drill with sheet masks and how I feel about them. I always find them very hydrating, and some of them will have a few extra effects that I could see immediately, but they're always very transitory. They don't last more than a few hours, and then by the next day I'm back to looking normal. So I do find them very relaxing, and I love creeping people out when I'm wearing them, so that's why I continue to use them. I just make sure to get a good deal on them because I do not like spending more than like $2 on a sheet mask. I used up more cotton rounds from Swisspers, very exciting stuff over here. And then I have a bunch of travel size things from Bliss. I have their Supershine shampoo and conditioning rinse, and then two of their Soapy Suds body wash. These are all their lemon and sage scent, which I really enjoyed, and I definitely think that I just dropped one of them. And I do have to say that the Supershine shampoo is my favorite out of these because it actually does make my hair look shinier than usual, which is very nice. And yeah, I don't know if I would repurchase these at full price, but if I see them at Marshall's, I probably will pick them up again. The next thing that I used up is a sunscreen, and this is the Neutrogena Ultra Sheer Dry Touch Broad Spectrum SPF 30. I have to say that I was very pleasantly surprised by this sunscreen. I really feel like a lot of the American brands that I've tried just make me feel really greasy and never really absorb into my skin, and this one is actually kind of mattifying. It actually reminds me a lot of my Biore SPF 50 UV Perfect Milk Sunscreen, which is what I'm wearing right now, and they both absorb into your skin, and they both leave a bit of a white cast on it, and I personally am a-okay with that, because if the alternative is looking like an oily monster throughout the day, then I'll take it. I'll take it. So if you're okay with that, then I highly recommend checking this out because it's only a few more dollars more than the Japanese sunscreen, and you get a ton more product. I think this is 40 milliliters and this is 88. The only thing that I don't like about this one is that sunscreen smell, but I personally can't smell it after I apply it, so it worked for me. Next, I used up a CosRX Acne Pimple Master Patch. Only one this month, which is a miracle. My skin has been freaking the hell out in this specific area, and it's really been a nightmare lately. It's starting to slowly calm down, which is really great. But yeah, this product has been really helpful for me in these dark, trying times. Then I have a bunch of mascaras. So the first one is the Makeup Forever Smoky Extravagant Mascara, and this one I really did not like at all. It made my lashes look okay, but I just wasn't a big fan of the brush. It's just so big and oddly shaped that I just have no idea what to do with it. And then on top of that, it really smudges on my eyes. It's actually a miracle that I was able to put up with this for 3-ish months, but I've heard good things about this product here and there, and I wanted to give it a fair shot, and I did, and I don't like it. So I actually have a second one of these that I'll be destashing, probably giving to my sister, and good riddance. Next up, I have the Heroine Make Long and Curl Super Waterproof Mascara and the companion Heroine Make Mascara Remover. That's right, you heard me correctly. This mascara is so waterproof that you need a special fancy pants makeup remover to take it off completely. I think together these two are around $20-ish on Amazon, maybe like 25, but depending on your needs, it might be very well worth it because this mascara really did give me skyscraper lashes. It really did a tremendous job holding a curl, and it never ever smudged on me. When I tried to take it off with oil cleanser, it does come off, but not completely. So unfortunately, you really do need to buy this special remover if you don't want to sleep in your mascara. But personally, I'm not sure if I would repurchase this just because it's so waterproof that I only really wore it on weekends. Otherwise, I just didn't want to be bothered with adding an extra step into my nighttime skincare routine, and that's where I am right now. I am going to look into other waterproof mascaras that can do a similar job, and I will definitely report back if I find one. But yeah, there you have it. I definitely liked this one while it lasted, and I got some sick compliments from it, so definitely check it out if you have very stubborn lashes or you just need a little extra help in the length department. Towards the beginning of the month, I used up an eyeliner, and this is the Almay Intense Eye Color Liquid Liner in Brown Topaz, and I feel like nobody really likes this brand. No one really talks about it, and I only really discovered this product a few years ago when I was looking for an eyeliner that had a decent price tag, so I think that's why I picked this one over a similar one from like L'Oreal or something like that, and I've just been coming back to this product nonstop. I always repurchase it whenever I run out of it because maybe I'm just used to using it, but it's just such an effortless way to do my winged eyeliner in the morning. I'm a big fan of brown eyeliner on the weekdays because I feel like it adds a lot of definition to my eyes while still being fairly office friendly. And like I said, I find this super easy to use. I don't need to wear an eye primer below it in order to make it stay through the day, and it's very affordable. So I'm just going to continue repurchasing it because why not? And interestingly enough, I've always repurchased the brown version of this, and at one point I had the purple, but I've never tried the black one, and I don't know why. So maybe that's something that I need to put on my to-do list just to see what it's like. The next thing that I have here is the CeraVe Moisturizing Cream for normal to dry skin. This is a product that I shared with my boyfriend, and together it took us forever to go through this. He was mainly using this on his own throughout the beginning of the year, and when my skin started to freak out and I needed to start paring my routine back to the basics in order to try to find out the root cause of things, I came crawling back to this cream pretty much, and I really like it. It's very hydrating, and it's a very basic product, right? There's no artificial fragrances. It just does exactly what it promises to do, which is hydrate your skin. And it's very affordable considering how many uses we got out of it. So I wish we'd had kept the receipt so I could tell you exactly how long, but we just ran out of this a week or so ago, and it was great. We've already repurchased it. So yeah, highly recommend CeraVe in general if you're into like no frills basic skincare. I have a few products I'm going to be decluttering, and the first one is the Revlon Colorburst Balm Stain in Crush, and this one I was about to put into a Dupe Wars challenge, and I noticed that it's kind of changed colors and it smells really weird, so it's definitely gone bad and I need to throw it out. Very tragic indeed. And then I'm going to have to find a new owner for my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser, and I don't know what I was thinking when I got this product because it is clearly too dark for my skin. Finally and tragically, I have to let go of my precious kitty mouse pad because I recently moved and I switched desks from a wooden tabletop to a very glossy one because I kept getting makeup all over everything and I needed something easy to clean, and this one doesn't stay on the glossy one anymore, it just moves around too much. So unfortunately it's a very, very sad goodbye here today. Alright, so now getting into the Reverse Rouge update. I know that a lot of people are tracking this very differently. Since it's called Reverse Rouge, some people are only tracking the Sephora items they use up. I know that some people are doing only high-end makeup instead of drugstore. I decided that for me, since I shop pretty much all over the place, from Sephora to Ulta to Amazon to Target for my makeup and skincare, I decided that doesn't really make sense for me to only stick to one. So I'm going to be using this challenge to track all of my makeup and skincare usage throughout 2017. That includes Empties and Project Pan items, which may or may not be confusing because I don't put my Project Pan empties into my empties videos just to avoid redundancy. But anyway, in January I used up $114.99 worth of product, including full-size, travel size, and sample items. Subtracting out the products that I purchased in January, that brings me to a net of $80.50. Before I go, I have a few non-beauty empties to share with you, and the first one is Black Mirror. And this is a show that my sister pretty much nagged me into watching, and I'm so happy that I did because it's amazing. It's kind of like our generation's Twilight Zone, where every single episode is its own contained story. The only difference is that most episodes will launch you into a massive existential crisis, which is always great. And what I really like about the show is that it really makes you think, because while every episode takes place in a dystopian sort of society, every bad thing that happens in it is human driven. So it's not like Skynet decides it hates humans and takes over the world. If something bad happens with technology, for example, it's always a human at fault, and it really makes you stop and think about society as a whole. So it's a really wonderful show, really well written, highly recommend it. You can catch it on Netflix. And speaking of tremendous writing, I also watched Arrival not too long ago, and it was such an amazing movie, I have to say. The movie's about an alien encounter and a linguist that gets sent in to try to communicate, and it really took me by surprise. It was a lot deeper than I thought it was going to be, and that's all that I'm going to say about it, because I strongly believe that this is one of the types of movies that you don't read anything about, you don't watch the trailers, you just go in blindly, and that's the best way to enjoy it. So anyway, that is it. I really hope that you enjoyed this month's Empties video, and let me know what you think about the Reverse Rouge challenge, if you want to see it, if you don't want to see it. And if you notice that I've been kind of croaking my way through this video like a frog, it's because I'm sick, and I really apologize if that was distracting. I hope it wasn't. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.